Back to the action, just barely missing our official gold medal match photo being taken here on Championship Court. Our final match of the day about to be underway. Lauren McLaughlin along with John Davison here today, bringing you all the action. Please plan to join us tomorrow morning for our final day of coverage. We will have our pro singles divisions tomorrow. Lots of amazing pickleball still to be played. Today, though, concluding our day in our men's gold medal match is our #1 seed Dylan Frazier and JW Johnson on the near end, taking on Zane Navratil and Andrei Daescu. On the far end in the winner bracket final, Navratil Daescu came out on top.
And it wasn't very easy for them.
No, it was a bit of a battle.
They were down 10-5 in game 1, able to come back, win 12-10, and then I believe won 11-8.
Yeah, so we'll see if, I certainly think Frazier and Johnson have it in them to give them a better run for their money here. Mike Baumgartner is our first referee for this gold medal match. Joanna Corker, second referee duties.
0-1-1.
Nice hands there from Navratil. As we've mentioned, first time partnership here for Navratil and Daescu. They are planning to partner up several more times this year, but this is their first showing together. I would say undefeated into the gold medal match is a good way to start.
It definitely helps your chances.
I think a bright future ahead for that partnership in whatever tournament they play together. Frazier and Johnson played together already a few times, getting more comfortable with each other as they keep going.
Amazing reach there by Daescu. And even though Frazier and Johnson didn't come out on top last game, they found a lot of success speeding up with the body of Daescu, especially JW Johnson coming into the middle and grabbing the ball off the bounce. And Frazier helping clean it up.
Yeah, and I think we saw, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Frazier and Johnson really targeted Daescu a lot during that matchup. Navratil didn't get a lot of action in that match. It looks like they've already switched up the strategy here, going more to Navratil.
Yeah, so far you are correct. But yeah, they targeted Daescu a lot, and you know it took Andrei quite a bit of time to get settled in the first game of last game, which they capitalized on. But unfortunately, it didn't close out game 1.
That game 1 loss, bit of a heartbreaker, seemed to haunt them into game 2.
2-1-2. Side out.
Yeah, and you just have to be able to close. Doesn't matter if you get to 10
1-2-1.
without the other team touching the ball. If you can't get to 11, that's an issue.
Oh, and that one just landed in. But Frazier got the ball he wanted, and he likes that backhand flick right here.
Yeah, it looked like Johnson was going to go for it, and at the last moment pulled off, thinking it was going to go out. Fortunately, did not.
Side out.
And there you'll see what Johnson wants to do, to step in that middle and grab that ball and throw it at Daescu, but it was a little too low on that last one.
Oh, good quick hands from Frazier there, just barely ekes that over. And we've mentioned it before. I would like to see Frazier kind of learn to have a slightly more athletic stance, especially up at the net. Bend those knees a little more, get a little lower.
Yeah, his hands are just so fast and so compact, he might not feel like he needs to.
He just leaves it, sometimes he gets a little too flat when he goes for those shots. Oh, nice get from Navratil.
Daescu really wanted that one, but he just a little too far in front of him.
1-3-1.
That's hard to do given how long his reach is.
He can almost touch the net with a paddle. Just like that almost.
Yeah, it's such an advantage when you can really reach into the kitchen, take those balls out of the air, especially do something with them.
Point.
Yep, so you know, if I'm Johnson and Frazier playing into this team, I might think twice about dropping the ball into Andrei,
Side out.
as he can really put a lot of pressure on you with his fourth shot.
Yeah.
3-2-1.
Navratil and Daescu take a 1-point lead.
Scott Howell, please go back to the Pickleball Central tent. Scott Howell, please return to the Pickleball Central tent.
Point.
Gonna miss dink there by Frazier, and Zane Navratil reacted to that. Looks like he told Andrei that's where to go.
Point.
And again, just a little too nonchalant on that. I think every once in a while we see both Frazier and Johnson a couple times just kind of get a little too relaxed.
Well, it is almost hard to tell if that's just their nature.
Exactly. Not a lot of difference.
5-2-2.
Amazing hands, just resetting everything by Daescu, just taking that onslaught of JW and Dylan, but
2-5-1.
unfortunately the last one didn't make it.
Point.
Nice little shake and bake there
Yep,
for JW Johnson.
just doing JW things.
Yep. Love that. The defense jump from Navratil. You see that every so often.
Point.
Yeah, that was a good ball for Navratil to attack, but
4-5-1.
took a big swing. Didn't make the right contact on it.
Second server.
Good hands by Frazier there too, but
4-5-2.
just sailing a little too long.
Tie it up here, and they're going to do it with JW Johnson again, getting big and aggressive in the middle.
I'd like to see them do more of that shake and bake.
Yeah.
Dylan drives that ball really low, and JW just immediately crashes middle and takes over. I think we're going to see more of that, as now
Timeout receiving team 6-5-2.
they take the lead.
1 minute.
Yep, timeout here from Daescu and Navratil as they lose the lead by 1 point. And I think, honestly, JW Johnson, I think he's so respectful of his partners and doesn't want to kind of encroach on them too often. So you'll see him do that, and he's very successful doing so. But a lot of times, I think you see certain players that they have no problem. They'll just get right in there. They'll take every ball, get right in front of their partner. And I think JW Johnson like really trusts his partners, and he lets them kind of do their thing. And then when he finds he has an opportunity to get big, get aggressive, he'll do so. But it doesn't seem to be kind of his default setting where he's going to do that every single time.
Yeah, of course. I mean, especially when you're playing with somebody as good as Dylan Frazier, you know, you can trust them to handle their own, obviously. But at the same time, you want to apply pressure when you can. And that's something that JW does so well.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see him do it, and you're like, yes, do that, keep doing that. And then he doesn't, because I think he kind of, you know, picks and chooses his moments. Oh, is just long. So Frazier and Johnson with a 2-point lead here in game 1 of this gold medal match.
Second server.
Frazier and Johnson do have to win this 2 out of 3 portion of the gold medal match to force a tiebreaker match to 15 if they want that gold medal.
5-7-2.
A lot of work still ahead for them. But they're hoping to make it one step easier by taking this first game, getting a little momentum.
7-5-1.
Yep, Zane trying to pump himself back up as he's had a couple errors in a row. And then, yeah, unlike with the net there, but Frazier did a good job pushing pushing Zane off the line, creating that opportunity for JW to attack it.
8-5-1. Second server. 8-5-2.
Nice setup for himself, pushing Navratil and Daescu off the line, but they're right back in it.
No! Oh! Body shot.
Right to the heart.
It was great. It was a great adjustment by Frazier, really staying composed when that ball hit the net and popped up. Didn't rush it. Getting a couple more drops again.
Oh, no payback there. Oh.
We are getting
There's a rainbow. We are getting spit on a little. However, there is a rainbow in that little cloud. I think it's going to pass over us pretty quickly like it did earlier.
Yeah, we should be in good shape here. Now we'll see. It's almost the same story as when they first played.
Oh, nope, it's coming down hard.
All right, attention players.
Yeah, we might
we're gonna have a short rain delay here for sure. So stick with us, guys. This should pass pretty quickly and dry up, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back to this action hopefully real quickly. We'll take a short break though.
10, 11, or
Kick back off into the action here. Navratil. Oh. All right, so not advantageous, I guess, for Navratil. I am sorry about that. So a quick side out, and Johnson and Frazier 2 points away from taking game 1 here in our gold medal match.
You just had to curse him, didn't you? Oh.
Look at it. He can get nice and low. Look at, he's still got some good knees on him, I'll tell you what. I could not do that.
9-5-2.
Ooh. I mean, look at that flexibility. I mean, he has been doing like yoga in between the matches, keeping loose.
Yeah, he very flexible. I haven't been able to touch my toes since my college days.
I still got that going for me, at the very least. But, quick side out though. No points given up, so let's see if Navratil and Daescu can take advantage here. Close the gap a little here in game 1.
They did it last time. It's definitely possible to do it again.
Point.
in. Mike Baumgartner, our first referee for this gold medal match. Joanna Corker, our second referee.
6-9-2.
Yeah, he was a little late to react to that Daescu. But a good hands battle. Johnson
9-6-1.
almost always seems to come out on top of those, especially Frazier as well. So it's not a very fun team to get in those battles with.
Point.
And again, see the same thing. And now we have almost the same score as the last time we had game one here.
Now let's see if Frazier and Johnson can actually close out this first game here. It is almost exactly the same situation, and they do.
And they get it done.
Game. 11-6.
All right, so the curse of the winner's bracket final at least has been broken. First check mark done. Game one taken by Frazier and Johnson. They need to win at least one more here in the 2 out of 3. Can they get it done? We'll find out in game number 2 right after this. Welcome back to our final match of the day here in our live streaming coverage of the APP Plantation Open presented by Head Pickleball. Game number 2 underway. Andrei Daescu and Zane Navratil on the near end, taking on Dylan Frazier and JW Johnson on the far end. Navratil scrambling here in the first exchange of game number 2. Gets a paddle and it almost curls around, had an opportunity. Game 1 was won by Frazier and Johnson 11-6. Oh, is he losing his balance?
Sick.
What's happening?
Hopefully not.
It's going to make for an awkward stream.
1-0-1.
But Johnson and Frazier got knocked down in the winner's bracket final by Daescu and Navratil, so they have to win this 2 out of 3 portion of the gold medal match, and then a tiebreaker match to 15. So they're on their way to doing so here. Again, we're kind of at that weird dusk time of the day where the lights are on, but the sun is setting. It's not quite dark enough yet, so kind of in that weird lighting period.
Thankfully, the way this is set up, there's no players really looking into the sun.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
the sun sets, so.
Point.
Here we go. We got some energy coming back in Zane Navratil.
Second server.
But JW's putaways were just too much for Zane to keep defending.
1-1-2.
The wind has died down a little bit here. It's still breezy, but I would say it's closer to 10 miles an hour maybe.
I was gonna say
Gusting
20.
to 15.
1-1-1.
A little calmer than earlier, but
Just as you say
still a
that.
factor. I know, as it gusts.
Point.
Commentators curse again as the wind really picks up.
2-1-1.
I'll see myself out.
Second server. Two, 1-2. Point.
Spot there. I can see 2 of the sort of up-and-coming new names on the men's pro scene. Ryler DeHart and Travis Rettenmeyer are on the sideline watching this gold medal match. Probably taking notes for the next time they have to face either of these teams.
They sure are.
I really would like to see him let that bounce and recover just a little bit more.
Yeah, his weight was really forward, so he just reached in there.
That's going to be just long.
Second server. Oh, I'm sorry,
Tries to
point.
flip that into the backcourt. Daescu and Navratil just trailing by 1 here in game 2.
Yeah, that was definitely not the ball. Andrei he wanted to break his paddle there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit the bottom of his shoe super hard. It's interesting where players choose to hit when they're very mad. Sometimes themselves, sometimes a shoe. Good restraint, though.
Wow, that was sneaky. He held that ball so long.
He's so deceptive.
Frazier just holding.
I mean, barely moves his paddle. Just a little flick right up the middle.
Oh, JW reaches in again a little too much. But yeah, Frazier really does a good job at holding that paddle to the very last second and choosing where he wants to put it.
Side out. 2-3-1.
A very big attack by Zane, but Frazier is just...
That happened so quickly, I didn't even see the ball.
Frazier is just too quick.
Maybe I'm the one struggling in this low lighting. Oh, I think that would have gone over had he not been held up by the wind there.
This is quite possible. I think Zane wanted that one, I think. But Andrei coming over. Zane was sitting on that two-handed backhand.
Yeah, I mean, Navratil got pulled off the court, so it was a good cover from Daescu.
Right foot. Point.
Who on who?
Foot fault on, it looks like Andrei.
Oh, yeah, momentum right there. Drug that right foot. He does like to argue. He does like to argue.
Hey,
I'll
well.
give him that, which he's doing a little bit here, but we have video confirmation that was the correct call. He's going to have to shake that off.
Yep, unfortunately, there's nothing he can do about it now.
I think Navratil recognized Andrei was threatening that Ernie, which Johnson saw at the last minute, pulled it back middle out of his reach, but Navratil was right there to take advantage.
Yep, he provided really good cover in the middle. It's a good attack by Andrei. He does like to attack right at those shoulders, and Dylan just not able to hit that down. But really, he hit it into a spot where Dylan finds a lot of success with that backhand. Just a little unlucky there from Frazier. But now we have a tie ball game.
There from Johnson.
4-4-1.
Again, Navratil and Daescu don't necessarily have to win this 2 out of 3 portion. They do have that tiebreaker match 15 in their pocket. But I know teams do not like to pull that out unless it's a break glass in case of emergency situation.
Side out.
So we have a tie ball game here, and
4-4-1.
it's been pretty competitive the entire time. You know, JW and Dylan Frazier have mixed their targets up quite a bit, whereas in the first time they played, they really focused on targeting
5-4-1.
Andrei Daescu, and once Daescu started getting hot, they never really changed.
Second
So
server.
they're definitely moving the ball around a lot more, picking different targets, and it's finding them success.
5-4-2.
Again, nice setup there. Frazier speeds that up, gets the pop-up off Navratil's paddle.
6-4-2.
Johnson with the point. See, Navratil tries to slow it up and reset that.
Side out.
Frazier and Johnson regain a 2-point lead here.
4-6-1.
Well done.
Nice change. Navratil earlier in that's some of my favorite pickups from Navratil when he fully like bends at the waist. He
Yeah.
has to reach as far in front of him as he can. Doesn't have to look pretty, it's just got to get the job done, which it did.
Wow, another great pickup from behind him with Andrei there.
All right, Navratil
Zane.
hits the deck this time.
He matrixed out of there.
6-6-1.
You've seen Andrei.
He had to put a hand down. Andrei did not when he crouched down. What does that say?
You're seeing Daescu start to attack a little bit more frequently now at Frazier.
6-6-2.
Unfortunately for him, it's just working a little bit more in him and Zane's favor
Side out.
as they've tied this game up.
6-6-1.
Yeah, Daescu really trying to be more aggressive.
Yep.
Force something to happen here.
Yeah, he's starting.
He's getting it going.
Yeah, he's starting to use his length a little bit, reach in. He likes that backhand
6-6-2.
roll there.
That one right down that sideline though.
Frazier painting lines.
Daescu just watches it go by. He didn't have a lot of room to work with there.
Nope.
7-6-2.
Daescu just thought that was going wide and let it go.
Yeah, great drive by Frazier. Goes for it again,
Side out.
but Daescu was there to shut the door on him.
Yeah.
6-7-1.
Zane a couple times has let that ball go a little too far in front of him.
Second server.
You're seeing JW on those overheads really try to hit behind the right foot of Navratil.
6-7-2.
Wow.
Goodness, how did that come back over?
Great pressure by Daescu. JW's hands are just too good.
What? Yeah! Oh my goodness. Navratil, how many times do I have to hit this?
These boys are swinging.
7-7-2.
Tied back up at 7.
Side out.
JW Johnson locking in, being aggressive. And there's Dylan Frazier's right arm. So also played his part there, staying out of the way, letting his partner get in there.
Second server.
Frazier has definitely been a lot more
8-7-2.
consistent so far, I would say, in this match than we saw earlier.
Oh, again.
Yep.
Daescu's there. He knows now that Frazier likes that spot and wants to go down that line. It's just too good of a drive.
Side out.
Seeing Frazier and Johnson starting to drive a lot more thirds.
Second server. Seven, 9-2.
JW with the big swing on the backhand. Just
Yeah, sometimes I
catches the tape.
feel like when JW Johnson senses they have an opportunity to close it out, that's getting close to the end, you'll see him ramp it up just a little bit more.
Yeah, he
Take
went.
over a little bit.
He really went for that one.
Side out.
And a good job by Frazier to pull Navratil wide to where JW can step in the middle and attack down the middle as Zane was trying to close.
Second server.
I think I actually heard JW Johnson try and call Frazier off that. I was like, did I hear JW Johnson yell something?
Please report to court number 10. Douglas Kabrinich and Chin Chen. Please report immediately to court number 10. This is your second and final call.
Side out.
It was a good attack by Andrei. Caught Dylan sleeping a little bit.
8,
I
9-1.
think Frazier has to be
Mr.
expecting to
Ken
speed
Herman,
up.
Herman, would you
from
please come
Daescu
to tournament
because
operations? Mr. Ken
it's coming.
Herman to tournament operations, please.
Second server.
JW again, once he gets that ball just high enough, he pretty much puts it away every single time that he finds the right foot of Navratil.
Yeah, definitely the pro level. You'll notice on the overheads, they recognize you've got to place those. You can't just hit them as hard as you can, because a lot of times they can come back.
Point.
JW Johnson knows he's got to keep that close to
Yep.
the net to keep it out of Ernie range for Daescu, but leaves it a little
9-9-2.
short.
Yeah, now we're at
Tied at
9-9.
9.
Point.
Game point for Navratil and Daescu, looking to force that third game.
JW Johnson showing some frustration with his decision making on that one, it appeared.
Yeah, 2 balls into the net from him in the last 2 rallies.
Oh,
Side out.
it was pretty good defense by Johnson as Andrei started that. Johnson stuffing it right back down the middle where it came from.
Big hole.
9-10-1.
Wow.
Point.
I was just thinking, Frazier and Johnson really need to be patient and pick their moment.
And he picked the right one.
10-10-1.
Frazier speeding up the ball up right at Andrei's right shoulder.
And again,
And, yep. And
Same
now they have
spot.
a game point here to force the game to 15 after.
this will be a match point here for our 2 out of 3 portion. And some smiles out of JW Johnson and Dylan over there. Again, a slim 1-point lead, but they're feeling good. They're
Yep.
having a good time.
I feel they're always the most dangerous when they're smiling and having fun, being loose.
Yeah, so Daescu and Navratil, good timeout here. Got to get a big hold here. Otherwise, a match to 15 is coming our way.
Yeah, and I believe they have to stop them twice here. I think they have 2 opportunities.
Yeah, I think there are on first serve. Oh, there's Ryler DeHart in the background, all smothered in sunscreen. I appreciate that our players are taking care of their skin health in the sun.
15
We've
seconds.
seen a lot of our players just real painted up with sunburn. They don't care about getting it all in there. Just slather it on, let it do its job.
Time in. 11-10-1.
Yes, 11-10-1. Oh boy.
Great timeout.
Serve. Second server.
All right, can they get one more stop here?
11-10-2.
Second match point though, here in the 2 out of 3 portion. Oh no, a ball from our,
And a ball on. We'll replay it. Thank you.
I think that is our senior pro men's gold medal match happening behind us.
11-10-2.
Here we go. See if they can close it out.
We really have to be patient here and not rush it.
Point. Game match.
Great spot.
There we go.
So again, they
Frazier
haven't
and Johnson
gotten it yet. But again, 2 check marks off
have 1 game
of
to 15
3.
for the
So
tiebreaker
JW
gold.
Johnson and Dylan Frazier take the 2 out of 3 portion of our gold medal match in 2 very close second game, 12-10. They do have up to 10 minutes that they can take before our tiebreaker match to 15. I don't anticipate that they'll take the entire amount of time, but we will take a break here and be back shortly for that tiebreaker match to 15 to conclude our day here at the APP Plantation Open. Don't go anywhere, more pickleball still to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
All
1 game to
right.
15.
Welcome back, everyone. Our players have gotten back to court, finished their
Frazier, is that correct?
warm up, and we have a brand new match to 15 underway here for the gold medal.
15 seconds.
JW Johnson and Dylan Frazier took the 2 out of 3 portion, forcing this tiebreaker match to 15. They will start on the near end. Andrei Daescu
0-0-2.
and Zane Navratil will start on the far end. They will switch ends at 8 here in this match to 15. And then someone's going home with gold and someone's going home with silver.
Should be an exciting match for sure. I mean,
0-1.
both teams have had a good display of performance so far today. And this has been a pretty even matchup, I would say, both times.
Oh, nice hands there from Dylan Frazier. And again, Mike Baumgartner, our first referee for this gold medal match. Joanna Corker, our second. I am Lauren McLaughlin, along with John Davison for our final portion of the day.
Side out.
JW had enough at that point, so
0-0-1.
ends it at Zane's feet.
Wide.
Second server. Zero, 0-2.
We'll see if Frazier and Johnson continue to, change their targets around, stay unpredictable.
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
I would certainly expect that to be the case since it worked obviously well for them in the 2 out of 3 portion. You can see Johnson's hair blowing in the breeze there. It is still pretty windy here as the sun is setting under the lights.
Let's go. Come on.
There's good patient play all around. Everyone moving the dink around very well, and
1-0-1.
Daescu just pushes the dink a little too far out of Johnson's reach and gets an error.
Yeah, baby, come on.
Ooh, beautiful spot.
That
right
one
on
landed
that
just
tee.
in. Good job reaching in by Daescu there, as you can see it again. You can't leave your dinks too high when you're hitting cross court with Daescu, or he'll make you pay.
Let's go.
Point.
And a good start here for Navratil and Daescu as they take a
3-0-1.
3-0 lead. Just barely caught the tape.
Oh, nice spot there from Frazier. Up high, but again, Daescu and Navratil proving doesn't matter what happens in that 2-3 portion, it all comes down to this tiebreaker match to 15. Gotta shake off that loss, start fresh.
Yeah. Let's go.
Frazier definitely saved Daescu on that ball, as it appeared to be going
4-0-2.
long, and now they have a 4-0 lead over Johnson and Frazier.
Side out.
But they get the ball back, looking to get off 0.
0-4-1. Point.
The wind is really picking up, and Navratil trying to do a little too much
1-4-1.
with that last ball, but trying to keep pressure on him.
Second server.
The wind seems to have picked up quite a bit again.
1-4-2. Point.
And now JW
2-4-2.
Frazier off 0, and they're up to 2. They've cut the lead in half.
Point.
Andrei catches the tape, and Johnson nice and composed. Just puts that away with ease. Johnson and Frazier now firing on all cylinders, it seems.
Yeah, they definitely, when they get hot, they get real hot. So we'll see if they can keep that momentum rolling here. Again, they're looking for a double dip here to get that gold medal.
4-4-2.
The temperature's starting to drop quite a bit,
Point.
so the ball's flying.
Yeah, it's definitely dropping. Wind still picking up though, so the ball's gonna get a little harder, a little crisper.
5-4-2.
And now they take the lead after going down 4-0 to start.
Again, we'll switch ends at 8.
Point.
And they do it again. You know, they weathered the run from Navratil and Daescu. refocused.
6-4-2. Point.
I mean, again, style points for Navratil,
Yeah.
Timeout receiving
but
team,
unfortunately
7-4-2.
that does
1
not
minute.
help him here, and we have a timeout called by Navratil and Daescu as Frazier and Johnson, again, picking up steam here, 1 point away from triggering the end change.
Yeah. 7 unanswered points in a row on the same side out. So you'd almost think that they might have, I guess, been looking to try to save this timeout, but it got a little out of hand. You know, there have been quite a few balls where it's hit the tape and popped up for JW or Dylan to put the ball away on Daescu and Navratil.
15
So
seconds.
that last one definitely frustrated them quite a bit.
Yeah, and as we've seen, Daescu is a very emotional player.
Time in. 7-4-2.
So I think a good timeout just to kind of settle their emotions. Oh, but JW Johnson
Point. Timeout. Change. of
fully in
8-4-2,
control.
1 minute.
Dylan Frazier happy to take a back seat to a fully engaged Johnson. And that gets them their 8th point and triggers the end change here in our final gold medal match to 15. Navratil and Daescu will take the near end of the court to finish. Frazier and Johnson will head to the far end.
Frazier and Johnson do a really good job of that shake and bake. You know, JW's happy letting Frazier drive that ball in the third because it's staying very low, causing Navratil and Daescu to hit up on the ball, where JW just crashes middle and cleans up the mess. So if it's working, might as well keep doing it. I'm sure we'll see more of the same here from that side.
Yeah, we saw Frazier and Johnson win both their games in the gold medal match on both ends of the court.
Yep.
So they've certainly proven that they can
8-4-2.
win on either end.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
They lost that point, but you know, it was a great 8-point run all on one side out from Frazier and Johnson.
4-8-1.
Pickleball can have these momentum swings, and Frazier and Johnson are feeling themselves right now.
Did you hear yourself?
4-8-2.
It's the end of a long day, John.
Side out.
All
8-4-1.
right, Frazier and Johnson allow no points
Second server.
after the end change. That one just a little wide as Frazier once again tries to go down that sideline behind Daescu. He's had some
8-4-2.
success there.
But it was a good stop. So Daescu and Navratil get to go back to work.
4-8-1.
See if they get the momentum swinging back in their direction.
Second server. 4-8-2.
Funniest thing I've ever seen JW Johnson do. Someone turn that into a meme right now. Oh my gosh, I love that kid so much right now. Highlight of the day. That little clip of JW Johnson.
8-4-1.
And again, they're able to hold them
trading
off with.
side outs here. Oh, that's going to sail
Second
long
server.
off the net.
Eight, 4-2.
Ooh, that
Wow.
almost stays in.
Good hands by Daescu, but he
Oh, he's changing to paddle.
might be the grip is getting a little sweaty.
Yeah, probably the grip on his paddle, I assume, is
15 seconds.
A little slippery.
a little slick, so he's changing it out.
Time in. 9-4-2.
Just long. And Johnson and Frazier train keeps on chugging along. 10 unanswered points in a row.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Nice move.
Side out.
Zane and Andrei trying to pump each other up.
4-10-1.
Nice recovery there off the net. And as you mentioned, a lot of net cords so far in this match to 15. Andrei Daescu letting out a guttural yell over here of frustration.
That was all started with a real big serve by Daescu. Able to create a
5-10-2.
short return where Navratil can jump right on.
Side out.
So again, only 1 point here. Navratil and Daescu just not able to get anything going when it counts on their serve.
And there we go. That's the type of pattern that Daescu wants. Where we can dig cross court and then reach in when a ball is just high enough. Ooh, big dig. Again.
He's like, oh, that's, I think, a broken paddle for Navratil.
It did look like it chipped the corner.
It broke. It did. Oh, he's not trading it out. That's going to be a verbal warning as well for Navratil and a timeout.
Yep, smart timeout here.
I think he cracked that paddle.
That was an insane point.
That was some good gets. I understand Navratil's frustration. I'm sure more than most of us would have also wanted to throw a paddle down after that. And yeah, he had to go run to his bag. Yeah, he broke that paddle.
I mean,
coming back with a brand new blue Franklin.
That was just impressive defense. Resets on both sides of the net.
15 seconds.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, on YouTube or Facebook. Rocking with over 1,500 of you guys at home.
Time in. 11-5-2. My hole.
Turning out to be a dramatic conclusion here to our men's gold medal match. I mean, people can say what they want. I love a good outburst. It makes things interesting.
You know, I'm a big fan of personalities on the court.
And again, I think there's a huge difference between chucking your paddle into the ground and chucking it 2 courts over. So I'm okay with that. Oh, I thought that had a chance.
Frazier and Johnson are just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they've definitely pulled away here.
I mean, they're on a 13-1 run as we speak. Only 2 points away from double dipping in the gold medal match. And that's definitely a point that our near side here needed.
5-13.
As you know, the score definitely does not indicate the quality of points that we're having.
Yeah, these have been some really intense rallies. Oh, again,
Second server.
almost there. Slim margin of error. I think, you know,
5-13.
Navratil and Daescu have been just so close to coming out on top of some of these rallies that I think would make the score a lot closer. But
Wow.
I mean, who picked that was up off his shoes?
I almost would have liked to see this stack change earlier from Daescu and Navratil, as they're just now, well, they're going back to it.
Second server. 13-5-2.
Phenomenal gets from Daescu and Navratil right there.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
And that-
beautiful.
That's what Andrei does well. He needs to get back into that
Point.
pattern where he can just stay cross-court, hit low dinks to Johnson, and be able to reach in like that.
Call stance. Point.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they called that out. I thought it hit the line.
This is
Here we go.
not going to make Daescu very happy.
No.
14-5-2.
And this is a gold medal match
Wow.
point here. It was very close, but I do think it caught the line.
And that's it. That's the way the
So
cookie
again,
crumbles.
a little unfortunate for Daescu, who's unhappy with how that went, of course, but a congrats to Dylan Frazier and JW Johnson. Really played so solidly here in the 2 out of 3 and this match to 15. They are our gold medalists. A big congrats as well to Andrei Daescu and Zane Navratil. First-time partners, silver medal. Not too shabby. We'll see more of that partnership in the future. Again, we will head to the Franklin studio one last time before signing off today with our gold medalists. Thank you so much for joining us at home. Lauren McLaughlin, John Davison here. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll take a quick break in the Franklin studio right after this. Welcome back one last time to the Franklin studio. Lauren McLaughlin here with our gold medalists in men's pro doubles, JW Johnson and Dylan Frazier. Double dipped Zane Navratil and Andrei Daescu, who took you out earlier in the day. What was the change in strategy going into this that didn't work before that you wanted to fix going into this match?
We were a little more consistent for one. We executed on more shots, and then I think another difference was we attacked them more and attacked them before they could attack us. So we initiated.
Absolutely. You guys, of course, getting more comfortable playing together. You'll be playing together in 2 weeks in Delray Beach, your hometown, home crowd, all that good stuff. Are you excited to play at Delray Beach in front of some local fans?
Oh, of course. I mean, Delray is always a really nice tournament, and I'm very excited to play with Dylan on that, and I'm really excited about that, yeah.
Excellent. Well, congrats again, guys. It was a long day, but you got the job done. Gold medals here today, so congrats. Thank you again for joining us here for all of our action in men's and women's doubles. Tomorrow we're back on YouTube and Facebook with our singles. Don't miss any of that action. You're playing singles tomorrow, right?
I am, yes.
All right, we'll see this kid in action. Are you playing singles?
Yes.
Oh, both of them. I don't know why I just thought it was J-Dub. I'm so sorry. We'll see both of these guys back in action tomorrow for our singles day. Thank you so much for joining us for the APP Tour and Boxcar Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.